Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Hey Latte, good morning. Latte said good morning, beautiful. Good morning, Latte. How you doing, girl? How are you doing? I slept too good this morning. Too good. I almost didn't get up. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, but I made it. Thank God. Won't he do it? I woke up. I said, no, I gotta be on the I-10 by 10. Oh my goodness, I was about to be late for a very important date. What was that? What movie was that? Alice in Wonderland? He said, I'm late for a very important date. That was about to be me. Lord. Mm-mm-mm. But yes, I made it. We made it. Amen. So yes, today I said, I got a little structured live this morning for you all. And really what prompted this topic, I was watching our girl Open Book stream last night. She was streaming the Bible study. And that was one of the things that was being discussed. Double-minded people. Or what did they say? I think it was just like double-mindedness. So I said, you know what? I want to talk about that this morning. I like that. I even told Open Book in the comments. I said, "Oh, girl, I done got me a topic. I done got me a topic now." Uh-oh. So it was a twofer. I got to hear the word and got some good Bible study in me. And I got a topic for this morning's live, so we're not just chopping the breeze, which I don't mind that either. But I said, I haven't done a topic in a good little grip, so why not? The time is nigh. The time is nigh now. So that's what we're going to be talking about, double-minded people. So let's see. Hopefully you guys can hear me because this one got a little bite to it. So I have my hat on and I don't like having my headphones in when I have my hats. Anywho, let's start. It says double-minded means being undecided or wavering between two different opinions, courses of action, or beliefs. This term suggests internal conflict, instability, and a lack of commitment or clarity. You know how important I feel like it is to be able to take a step back and let clarity hit your ass. It's very important. Um, it can also describe someone who is insincere or hypocritical. I'll read that again. Double-minded means being undecided or wavering between two different opinions, courses of action, or beliefs. The term suggests internal conflict, instability, and a lack of commitment or clarity. It can also describe someone who is insecure or hypocritical. Okay, so it just gave us the definition of what it means to be double-minded. Let's see. Key aspects of being double-minded. And they gave us some, so you can break them down a bit. A bit. First one they gave us is indecision. Indecision. The term often describes a person who is unable to make a decision or commit to one path. Okay. So they're indecisive. A person who is unable to make a decision or commit to one path. So they're just all over the place, huh? Let's dig a little deep into indecision. Indecision is the inability to make a decision, often due to a conflict between two or more choices. It can stem from various causes, including fear of making the wrong choice, feeling overwhelmed, or unclear priorities. While common, while common, chronic indecision can lead to negative consequences, such as missed opportunities, and may be a symptom of other conditions like depression or anxiety. Okay, let's break down what is indecision. What is that? But before we even get into that, let me see if anybody else came in to say hello, or if Latte got something that she said. I'm switching windows. Oh, Lord. Oh, you can hear me, Latte? Good. Well, well, well. Look like the. Oh, what? What is that? What is a goody powder? What is that? Good morning, Blaze. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right, let's keep going. Ay, 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 where we at? Okay. What is indecision? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Sheesh Louise. All right, sorry, y'all. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get through all this before I have to go. But we'll see. All right. What is indecision? It's the state of being unable, excuse me. It's the state of being unable or struggling to make a choice between two or more options. Okay. It can manifest as hesitation, wavering, or a general lack of firmness in purpose. And it can also range from minor daily choices to major life altering decisions. So they just broke down for us what indecision means. What does it mean to be an indecisive person? Common causes of indecision. Let's see what they got for us. Fear, a fear of failure, making the wrong mistake, or facing negative consequences. That's one common cause of indecision. Let me see, they gave us 4. So the second one is overwhelm, feeling paralyzed by too many options or the sheer weight of the decision. The third one is lack of clarity, unclear priorities, or a lack of trust in your own judgment. The fourth one is external pressure, outside pressure, the influence of expectations, others' expectations or pressure to make a certain choice. Okay. Now there's other things that they gave us to break down indecision, but we're not doing that. That's just one part of the bigger topic that we're discussing, which is being double-minded. Okay, so that was for indecision, because remember, we're going over the key aspects of what it means to be double-minded. The first one they gave us was indecision, so I wanted to break that down a bit. The second one they give us is conflicting desires. Ooh, conflicting desires. We don't know what we want, huh? Some people don't know what they want. Let me see. Goody powder is over-the-counter medicine for pain relief. Oh, shoot. Headaches, muscle aches. You can pour the powder directly on your tongue or mix in with the drink. Lord have mercy. Oh, well then, you better go get you one then, honey, because we still got about 20 strong minutes, maybe like 17. So I gotta get through these. So I have to get through these, but I do like this topic because we don't want to be double-minded. We want to know what we got going on and stand firm in that. Let's see. Conflicting desires. A double-minded person may have 2 conflicting desires or thoughts at the same time, leading to mental and behavioral conflict. Okay? A double-minded person may have 2 conflicting desires or thoughts at the same time, leading to mental and behavioral conflicts. That doesn't sound pleasant. So let's take a look at conflicting desires. Excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Lord. Good day, good people. Good day, Carlos. All right. Sorry about that. Where was I at? Oh yes. Conflicting desires are opposing wants or needs that are hard or impossible to satisfy at the same time, causing internal struggle and indecision. This internal conflict, can manifest as a quote unquote tug of war, where one desire is at odds with another, such as wanting to be fit but also desiring unhealthy food. That's counterproductive. Um, unless you have yourself, like I said, cheat day after you done already got well into your workout regimen and already changed up your eating habits. Once you're well into that, then I guess there's nothing wrong with having, like I said, cheat day to give yourself a little reward for being good and consistent. But other than that, I don't know. Or desiring a career change while fearing the unknown. This is a natural human experience that can be confusing and lead to feeling stuck, but it can also lead to self discovery and growth. Yes, scare money don't make no money. You don't know what you don't know, right? what it means. What does conflicting desire means? What does it mean to have conflicting desires? Simultaneous opposing wants. It's the experience of wanting two or more things at once, but the fulfillment of one prevents the other from happening. That's a tricky spot to be in. Internal struggle. This creates inner turmoil, a sense of being torn, and difficulty making a decision. I'm not even about to sit here and try to say this next word. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll just read what it says. A state of having simultaneous conflicting reactions, beliefs, or feelings. Okay. Cognitive dissonance. It can be related to cognitive dissonance, which is the discomfort felt when your actions don't align with your beliefs or when you hold two contradictory beliefs. Okay. I like this. I like where we're going with this one. They gave us some examples, so we can get into the examples of what it is to have conflicting desires. Career versus family. Ooh, because sometimes the two don't always align, especially if everybody's not on the same page of what they want the bigger picture to be. So, career versus family. Wanting to pursue a demanding career while also desiring more time to spend with your family. Mm. Well, like I said, people got to know where their bread is buttered. Time is nice, but somebody got to go and get that bacon. Same way somebody got to cook it, right? So I definitely understand how that could get tricky. You got to communicate with your folks, make sure everybody's on the same page of what the bigger picture is supposed to be. Health versus indulgence. Wanting to eat healthy, but be fit, healthy to be fit, excuse me, but also wanting to eat a dessert. Well, there's ways to make that work. It just has to be a healthy dessert. There's no excuses why you can't do that. You just have to get accustomed to the healthy desserts the same way you got accustomed to the not so healthy desserts. Have mind control over Debo. Shoot, a healthy treat is better than no treat. And it's definitely better than an unhealthy treat if you're trying to live a healthier life. Independence versus connection. The desire for personal freedom and autonomy versus the need for intimacy and closeness in a relationship. Mm. 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 Do y'all know anybody like that? I do. I do. They want to eat their cake. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Thank you to the Cloud Watcher that's still here. I appreciate you guys coming. Hopefully, you're getting something out of this. Where were we at? Independence versus connection. The desire for personal freedom, i.e., to do whatever the fudge you want to do without having to quote unquote answer to anybody or be questioned or be held accountable. You just want to go and be free like a little bird. And autonomy versus the need for intimacy and closeness in a relationship. Right. So there's some people that battle with that. Hopefully they can get that in order or be able to find somebody that's like-minded that has that same thought process. But that gets old after a while, I'm sure. Duty versus personal desire. Wanting to serve one's country in the military versus objecting to war. Yeah, that's tricky because if you gotta go, you gotta go. So you really can't be in the military and have an issue with it because they go hand in hand. And even if it's not wartime, you stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. And in this country we live in, we always gotta have our hand in everything. So there's really no real way around that if you want to be in the military. You know? I am here. I'm still here listening while working. Appreciate you, Latte. And I appreciate everyone that dipped in and dipped out. I understand that everything is not for everybody. And I appreciate the folks that's gonna catch the replay as well. So let's continue. And I hope you're having a good day at work, girl. Hopefully everybody is staying in their own lane. Ain't nobody on no mess, and your day goes smooth and quick. That's for everybody. Where was I at? Hold on. Okay. And then the last one they gave us is honesty versus loyalty. Honesty versus loyalty. And it's crazy because at first glance, like honesty versus loyalty, wouldn't they go hands in hand with one another? They want to be honest about a difficult truth while also protecting a loved one from pain. So that's what they mean when they say honesty versus loyalty. And this is the last example they gave us for what it means to have conflicting desires. Because we went over what it means, and now we're going to go over the examples. And having conflicting desires goes hand in hand with being a double-minded person. Okay? So yeah, honesty versus loyalty. Wanting to be honest about a difficult truth while also protecting a loved one from pain. You know, because the goal is never to hurt anybody's feelings or make anybody feel a type of way. But the truth is the truth. And if lying to somebody to spare their current feelings is going to ultimately lead to their feelings being hurt in the long haul, just get it out the way. Because really, you're not really lying or withholding truths to spare their feelings. It's more so of a selfish thing because, you know, if their feelings are hurt or if you hurt their feelings, then you may or may not be accountable for that, regardless if it was valid or not. So you don't want to deal with that, so you just lie. So it's a twofer. Their feelings is not hurt in the moment, and you don't have to deal with their feelings being hurt in the moment. So really, that's all that is. So it's best to just keep it a being. And there's ways to deliver the truth without being a hole or a B word, you know. But I dig it because nobody wants to hurt, especially if you care for somebody. You don't want to hurt their feelings, but 9 times out of 10, their feelings is going to ultimately be hurt anyway. So why not just keep it a being from the jump? You know? If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So, went over that. Let's see. Let's see. Um, they gave us 2 more that I don't have time to really do deep dives in, but I can read them real quick. The third one, because we already went over indecision and conflicting desires. And I always encourage y'all to do your own research anyway. But it says instability. The state is associated with instability, making the person unreliable and unpredictable. Like you're not stable. So I don't know what I'm going to get from you or out of you at any given day. And nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't like iffy people. I really don't care for iffy people. That's not how I give it up, so that's not how I'm trying to have it be given to me. I'm sorry. Lack of sincerity. It can also imply a lack of wholeheartedness or sincerity or a tendency to be two-faced. I definitely don't want to deal with nobody that's two-faced. Just keep it a being and let people make educated decision on if they want to deal with your kind or not. Some people are with the ish. Some people aren't. We live in a big world. Don't Ain't no point in going around being fake with folks. Okay? We're grown. It's not necessary. All right. And then what I do want to read is a quick Bible verse about being double minded before I get up out of here. Like I said, I appreciate everyone that dropped in, even if they dipped out. I appreciate Latte, you stuck in here with me. And appreciate whatever cloud watchers was dwelling in the clouds and everyone who's going to see their replay, who may or may not see the replay because nothing's a guarantee. Okay. So we have, hold on. We have 1 James, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And obviously, when it says man in the Bible, it doesn't just mean like man, one man, because we're connected. You know what I mean? So even if you wanted to say a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways, because you're not sturdy. So anything you try to do is not going to be legit because the foundation is not set. It's not solid. Okay? So I wanted to do this live about this topic. And like I said, shout out to Open Book because Bible study last night prompted this topic. She says, I'm about to go do training, so we shall see. Girl, you said great live, boo. Thank you. I appreciate you, girl. And I hope everybody has a good rest of y'all day. Where we at? It's today Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. TGIF, okay? We made it. We made it. I'm gonna do later on a end of the week check-in, see how everyone's week has been, at least work week. And yeah, we made it, guys. Whoop whoop. I'm out of here. Bye. Thank you.